Hey guys, it's Pastor Andy with the Beat Church, and I am here with Hope Day Wednesdays. What is Hope Day Wednesday? It's an opportunity for me to bring some hope and encouragement to you in the middle of the week. Now, you've heard of Hump Day Wednesdays. It's that kind of middle of the week, just fatigue. Like, what do I do to get through the rest of the week? Well, I'm going to try to help you with that. And then on Friday, Pastor Art's going to bring Faith Fridays. And when the weekend's over, Kyle Bertels will be here with Motivation Mondays. So we're going to try to hit you guys up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with some different emphasis for motivation, hope, and faith, just to help push you through and get you into a place of not only surviving, but thriving in your faith and in your life. So let's jump into today. Today's topic is going to be about what do you do with negative people? What do you do when you're trying your best? You started out with a Motivation Monday, you're excited about the week, and you're starting to work your way through. You feel like you're doing pretty good. It's kind of like you're in your own driving lane and you're cruising towards your destination and everything's going well. You get the radio on, the window down, your hair's blowing. I used to know what that's like. Don't anymore. But you got the hair blowing and everything is going fantastic. And all of a sudden, a 16-wheel truck just comes and slams into the side of your car and scrapes the whole side up and sends you flying to the edge of the road, and you're like, my week is over. Well, negative people can be like that. People who are talking about you, people who maybe are saying things behind your back to coworkers or family or friends, or people who just have something negative to say to you. Like they don't like where you're going. They don't like how you're driving. They don't like whatever's going on in your life. They're just not happy about it. And you seem to always hear about what they're saying when you're not around. Or you seem to hear it directly from them because maybe they're aggressive enough to say it to your face. And it just seems to derail your week. Well, what do you do with that? Well, I can tell you a little bit of life experience, being a business owner in the past and also being a pastor. I can tell you that there's many times that people have said things about me that are very negative and oftentimes untrue, and sometimes true. And for those, I have to take stock and really look at myself, and I have to go to the Lord and I have to say, Lord, help me to change this, ask forgiveness, go to the person and ask forgiveness and make things right. But today we're really talking about the times when somebody has said something or they are spreading rumors or just kind of working things in the background that are against you. And you can just feel it and you hear about it and it's just crushing to your motivations, crushing to your spirit. What do you do about that? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do. And this is going to sound very spiritual because it is. Sometimes people say, I don't want to get too spiritual on you. Well, I do want to get spiritual on you because the reality is that our spirit is actually the more eternal, significant, real part of who we are. The body, that's not really who we are. It's what we wear. It's what our spirit is in. It's a part of us. But when this fades away, when this is gone, when this becomes dust in the ground, my spirit remains. So really the spiritual is actually the most real. And so if we deal with the spirit, everything else comes into alignment. And so let's look at this verse. And this is what Jesus had to say about negative people, people who don't like you, people who are against you, whether that's verbally, emotionally, physically, whatever the case might be. Jesus even went so far as to call them your enemies. Now, whether your particular situation, the people are really your enemies, or maybe they just have a bad problem with how they talk and they're negative people, but in a sense they are coming against your goals, your dreams, your heart, your motivation, and so there is an enemy aspect to that, and that certainly is how it can feel. So here's Jesus. This is in Luke chapter 6. He says, "But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you." So he's not just talking about a general love. He's talking about a specific active love that does good. And not just to those that aren't your friends, but to those who actually hate you and to those that are against you. That's pretty crazy, but that's what Jesus tells us to do. My experience as a pastor and also as a business owner, as a father, as a friend, is that this sets me free. When I am able to love people regardless of how they talk about me, about what they think about me, or anything else, I find that I am set free from the expectations and the bondages that come from being a slave to the opinion or the words of other people. And it's a very powerful and freeing way to live. So I would encourage you to listen to these words and to actually put them to practice. He goes on, he says, bless those who curse you. Now it's talking about words, people saying negative, hurtful things against you. Pray for those who mistreat you. I mean, he's digging right into it right now. He's getting into the thick of it. And he's challenging us, not just to cause us to want to do something to be a blessing to others, but because he knows that it actually sets us free. It's the way that we are made to live. It's the way our spirit wants to live, is free from those things. If someone slaps you on one cheek, turn the other. Also, if someone takes your coat, do not withhold your shirt from them. Give to everyone who asks you, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you. So Jesus puts all of it on the person being attacked, the person being accused, the person being gossiped about, the person being mistreated. He puts all of the responsibility on them. That's not fair, not to our natural mind. But Jesus knows that if we will just take responsibility and live the way that he's telling us to live, that it'll bring us into freedom. It's kind of like the person that's drowning in the water and they're flailing their arms and they're just trying to swim, but they're drowning. And someone comes out to rescue them. They put their arm around them to take them to shore. And they tell them, be still. Stop flailing. Stop fighting. And you're going to be safe. It's very counterintuitive because the person drowning wants to keep kicking and they want to keep trying to survive and help themselves, and they wind up drowning both parties. Well, it's very similar in the fact that Jesus is saying, when you feel attacked, when negative people are coming against you, you feel like you have to flail and kick around and fight back and stand up for yourself, or close them off, or begin to hate them back, or be angry, put up your guard, all of these things. And what ends up happening is both people drowned. They drown in bitterness, in anger, in division. And he's saying, be still. Don't buy into that. Just wait on me and do what I'm telling you to do. Watch. Follow my instructions. I'm here to save you. Now, love them. Forgive them. Treat them well. Care for them. I mean, this is revolutionary thinking. This is not what we are used to. This is not how our mind works. And this is not how cancel culture and society works. But this is what Jesus is telling us to do. And in my experience, it works. And it has really given me a life of freedom. It says, if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. He says, and if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. So what good is it if you're kind to your friends and good to everyone that's good to you, love everyone that loves you? Like, anyone can do that, but we're God's children. And as God's children, as believers in Jesus Christ, as followers of Jesus, we learn that we can love those who actually are mean to us, they hate us, they're our enemies, they talk bad about us. It doesn't matter, because our love isn't based on their actions. It's based on his actions, that God loved us, and we are just passing the love through. It says, and if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies, do good to them. This is an active love. It actually does good. It takes action. It's not just loving in the sense that you're going to pray for them even, but you're going to actually do some real actions in the physical world that show them that you are loving them, something they can see, something they can feel. It says, then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. In other words, Jesus' call is to be his children. In other words, live like him, be like Dad. And if you are willing to do that, I could tell you this right now, you will walk in freedom and victory. And there's no 16-wheeler of gossip or someone talking behind your back, talking trash about you, family disputes, business disputes, anything that will be able to derail you. It's like putting up this guard along your side that just doesn't allow those things to wipe you out and take you off of your path. God is faithful. His word is true, and when you apply it, it will set you free. In fact, Jesus also said that you will know the truth, and that the truth will set you free. So let that bring you hope this week. If you've gone through a difficult time or a struggle with these types of issues, there's hope. The hope is to do it Jesus' way, and it will actually change your life experience and set you free. So Friday will be Faith Fridays with Pastor Art. You can jump in for that. And we hope to see you on Sunday. We meet here at the Beat Church at 10:30 a.m. And it's a great environment for building hope, building faith, and getting motivated for what lies ahead. So thank you for joining me. And please share this video and like it so we can spread more hope around.